Do the shuffle shuffle.
Okay. What's wrong? What is wrong? What's wrong? Stop.
This camping trip was extremely noisy right from the start. Before the car even set off, Alex had a breakdown. Originally, the family planned to have the boys in one car and the girls in another, but this seating decision quickly created a tense atmosphere. Alex didn't want to ride in the truck. That's because recently he had been suffering from poor sleep, which made him extremely irritable. He told his family that he was very tired and thus wanted to sit more comfortably, but the others weren't willing to agree. At this point, Elizabeth stepped in and tried to resolve the issue. However, in the eyes of the others, she was just spoiling the child. The family members started to discuss heatedly, and their voices gradually rose. A small problem caused by sleep quickly escalated. The parents hurriedly stepped in to calm things down and explained that this wasn't about favoritism, but rather for comfort and health, because some seats, perhaps due to the angle, could cause numbness in the feet and aggravate pain. Once these words were said, the others reluctantly kept their mouths shut. Soon they drove to the campsite, but after getting out of the car, they realized that it was completely different from what they had imagined. The weather was extremely hot and humid, and mosquitoes and insects were swarming everywhere. It was far from an ideal camping environment. Mother Amber said straightforwardly that they should have chosen a place with water instead of such a remote forest area like this. But Father Trent thought that this place was wonderful, just like a secluded paradise. However, soon reality dealt him a heavy blow. Before the family had even finished unloading their gear, dark clouds suddenly gathered and it started to pour rain, disrupting all the camping plans. They were forced to take shelter in a small cabin and wait for the rain to stop, but the rain kept getting heavier as if there was a flood. Amber was a bit resentful towards Trent for not checking the weather forecast before coming out. Trent could only prove his ability through actions. While waiting for the rain to stop, he started to set up a tent inside the small cabin. Fortunately, the rain stopped not long after. The children began to play happily in the waterlogged grassy area. It wasn't until dark that Trent finally finished setting up the tent. Amber felt very helpless inside. She wasn't satisfied with this camping trip at all. Trent tried to comfort her, saying that maybe when they woke up tomorrow, everything would be fine, and the family could still have wonderful camping memories. At this moment, Amber was lying in the tent, trying to fall asleep, but the weather after the rain didn't become much cooler. Instead, it was even more humid, which caused her to keep sweating. There were also ants all over the ground crawling into the tent. Just then, she heard the children's laughter coming from the neighboring tent. It seemed that they had had a great time today. At that moment, the gloom in Amber's heart was instantly dispelled, replaced by happiness and joy. As long as the children were happy as parents, they naturally felt that everything was worth it.